the little pickle bellies all in a row.
That ain't how it goes.
What?
It's puffer bellies. Puffer bellies. Locomotives, trains, puffer bellies.
Oh, I thought that song was about a bunch of drunk fellers named Billy.
What's the matter with you? There are nice living people here. You should be ashamed of yourself, Joe.
Ghosts ain't got no shame, especially a couple old hobo goblins like us. Boo.
Well, we like to haunt this spot right here because right back there is the finest building that was ever built, the Union Depot.
Yeah, and she looks a bit empty now.
Yeah, I'm afraid she's a ghost like us, but in her day, she was a marvel. I used to like to take the trains in and out of town and bum 2 bits for a hamburger and a Pepsi at the lunch counter.
Yes, and then curling up against all them mail bags and duffel bags in the storeroom and just sleeping the night away.
Well, I sat in on a number of those planning meetings before she was built, and she almost wasn't. Because there was a man named E.C. Baird Jr., who said that no need for a brick building and paying $200,000 was a waste of money when there was nothing wrong with the old wooden one.
That's right. Even the railroad company men agreed. They said the businesses didn't want all that highfalutin brick and mortar. So they just slap a few butts in that old wooden thing, plug up a few holes, she'll do just fine.
Well, thank goodness you town people disagreed. You wanted to be treated fine, and you got your way. Now, imagine the newspapers were behind it. Imagine it, the Journal said. A brand new depot with a brand new paved streets and sidewalks, hotel accommodations. Well, make New Bern a marked city.
Yep, and don't forget about the new city clock.
I will not. That clock and bell tower were put on that same year on that fine old building I see you now use as City Hall. What are you doing?
I'm fixing dinner. I don't want it to boil over.
Boil over? Well, there ain't no fire.
It's a ghost fire.
Lordy. Well, they rolled up their sleeves and they got to work. They put in a brand new concrete floor, and by December of that year, they had the heating units put in. So all those railroad boys who were complaining about the cost were sitting pretty in their fine new warm offices. Why, even the station master.
See the station master down a can of poke beans. Puff, puff, toot, toot, off he goes.
What is wrong with you? What's the matter with you? You can't. There's ladies in the office. Need a little girl. She can't listen to you talking about about the station master going toot toot after eating too many pork and beans.
That's because they don't know the station master like I do.
Well, in 1912, she was done. And oh, what a beautiful building she was. I mean, she had a lunch counter, it had sandwiches and hot coffee, and the trains started rolling in. Left, right, and up, down, and all over the place, from Raleigh and everywhere. Well, that was until the passenger trains stopped coming, and well, I had to lock the doors, and what, it was 1987?
Yep, and the years after ain't been good to them.
They have not. She has fallen in disrepair and just plain fallen apart. But luckily, there's some fine folks who are working to restore her to her old glory. Now, she may not host Puffer Bellies again.
Little pickle bellies all in.
Puffer Bellies. And she'll be a jewel of Riverside once again.
Hey, I do believe dinner is ready.
Woo! Great. What are we having?
We's having beef.
Beef. I love beef. You hear that, little girl? She's right. That ain't nothing but an old shoe.
And what is a shoe made from?
Leather.
And what, pray tell, is leather made from?
A cow.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, when you're out walking around tonight, if you find yourself a nice cheap beanery, could you just let me know where it is? Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.